Hey YouTube, how's it going? The anti-feminist amongst you will be pleased to see that I'm coming to you once again from my kitchen. Yes, indeed, the wonders of modern technology means that a woman can leave the kitchen without ever physically leaving the home. Wonderful stuff. I've put off making this video for quite a long time, even though it's been in my head even since I started making YouTube videos, as something that generally kind of upsets me that never seems to get said. First, I should start by saying I love comedy and I love ponage, and I can appreciate a joke as much as the next person, and it doesn't offend me personally. But the idea, the thinking, I think, when I unpack the term retard, which is going to seem immediately like something ridiculous to talk about, but hear me out here, it is upsetting to me. It's not being called a retard that upsets me, it's the implication that the word retard holds. It assumes a kind of superiority over people that were born a certain way, and you were born a certain way, and you never had any control over that. You never earned being born with a mind that's able to learn quickly and to, you know, hold fast conversations, etc. You never earned that. You were lucky to get it, and I think it shows like a kind of ingratitude towards the kind of gift that you were given, to use other people in society as a kind of term to label people who aren't what those people are, as like those people. I've got a problem with that on quite a few levels, because it continues the idea that people with severe learning difficulties are somehow dangerous and different to us. They're not like us and you're like them because you're not like us ideologically. I can say that you're retarded in your learning, that you're a retard. It means that when you see people walking down the street who are obviously have severe mental health problems or learning difficulties, you're immediately going to react to them as something dangerous and suspicious, like these people are, because the people that you're calling a retard in your argument probably are, I'm talking to intelligent people that use the term here that never think about it, they probably are people that are arguing dangerous, intelligent but dangerous things that you're trying to dispel, but you're trying to make them look like a certain group of society that are usually totally innocuous and safe. It almost, for me, contains undertones when you use it on a social level, and it's totally socially acceptable to say retard and to call people retard and have it be an okay thing to say. It has tones, for me, and I don't want to be crazily going off here into conspiracy theories, of National Socialism, actually. You know, a society in which you really can't have respect for those members that were never going to be able to contribute to society like you can. You know, I recognise that perhaps my viewpoints are more developed and might hold more substance than someone that has severe learning difficulties, but that doesn't mean that I feel I have more of a right to be in society or more of a right to flaunt my healthy body and my healthy mind than those people. Finally, I will conclude, I didn't want to make it a really long video, but I will conclude that it has a personal element for me, and I don't want to whine on about this, and it isn't me feeling whiny about it or feeling victimised about it. This is me asking you to empathise with me for a moment, as though you are a 10-year-old girl who wants to be pretty, okay? And I'm watching the film Austin Powers, I can't remember which one. I tried to find the clip online and I couldn't find it, because you're never going to remember what I'm talking about, because it won't seem important to you, and that's my point. It seems innocuous at the time. I'm 10 years old, possibly a bit younger, and I'm watching Austin Powers, and Scott and Dr. Evil are having an argument, and I have a major crush on Scott at the time. He has his blue hair and he's kind of rocky, and I have a thing for indie boys at the time. And I'm watching it quite happily, feeling like, you know, this is great, a film made for me. People out there make films for me. And then all of a sudden Scott calls Dr. Evil in one of the arguments a lazy-eyed freak. And everything, I'm 10 years old, and everything about the way that I see the world and the way that the world sees me is suddenly changed. Suddenly it isn't a film that involves me. I'm the enemy. I'm the lazy-eyed freak. I'm not one of us anymore having a good laugh at how evil Dr. Evil is. I'm the lazy-eyed freak. And it doesn't take a vast amount of intelligence to perceive cultural norms. If you have the word, say, retarded development comes up in discussions with your parents while you're sitting there, and you're hearing the word retard being used as a curse, it instantly tells you you'll never be part of society. So, no, it isn't something that seems like a big deal to us. But I think you're teaching, by having it in popular culture, and by having it in popular usage, we're teaching children it's okay to view people with learning difficulties as something bad and something to be laughed at and something to be scorned. And it reeks for me of prejudice. Anyway, let me know what you think. And I'd love a fucking video response, people, man. I'm talking to myself for time now. I get really amazing video responses that make me feel great. When I do depressed videos, I get responses from people that write poetry in response, or have written songs for me even, and those ones make me feel amazing on a personal level. But I'm not getting much debate going on, and since Argus Eyes attacked me, I felt like a bit of a pariah. I'm not getting any mail, man. Talk to me. Where have you gone, man? Where's Southern Girl? Southern Girl, are you watching? I miss you. Anyway, cool. I hope you're having a good day. Bye.